Hello heroes, Kelthar of the Heroes and Legends, and welcome back to RPG Corner. It's time for some more Trails of Cold Steel 2. When we last left off, we had just finished marching down the South Croatian Highway. We're about to enter Berryhard and find Jusis. Let's see how that goes. And if you're enjoying the content of the game and the series RPG Corner thus far, consider dropping a subscription, like, a comment, and hitting that bell. We'll talk about that again at the end. Anyways, let's do this. Here we go. We're gonna walk right up. What's gonna happen?
Halt!
Here we go.
Are you travelers?
You could say that, yes.
We came here from the Gram. Would it be possible for us to enter the city?
What, on foot? Not every day we see guys like you. Why didn't you just use the train?
Much as we would have liked to, the wait for the next one was simply too long. Thanks to the new regulations, there are hardly any trains running anymore. We found it was actually faster to come by foot.
Well, if you say so. You can enter, but we're going to need to check if any of you are on our wanted list first.
We still have reason to believe that there are people out there plotting against the Noble Alliance. We can't be too careful.
These guys seem like they're just doing their job. They don't seem to be inherently bad.
Let's see. Where's that list?
This isn't good.
Emma, I know. Excuse me. Could I ask you to look into my eyes for a moment, please?
Huh? That's an odd request.
Oh shit.
What the?
Huh?
We're just common travelers, and we aren't on that list of yours. Which means we can pass, right?
She went fiery golden eyes. It was creepy. I was hypnotized.
Why are you still standing there? Go along inside.
Just don't go causing any trouble, unless you want to find yourselves arrested.
Thank you very much. Shall we be going?
Yeah.
Witches are crazy. These witches be cray. Surprised by how well that went. It feels like it was almost too easy. Then again, I remember seeing Vita do something similar a while back. What was that? It was a form of hypnosis. I'm just glad I was able to pull it off. That's one way of reminding us that you really are a witch. I was surprised by all the tricks she showed me too. Haha, it's nothing fancy actually. Certainly nothing compared to Vita's lullabies. For one thing, you can't use it on too many people at once. And the more you use it, the more likely they're going to catch on and be on guard for it. Don't rely on it too much. Well, it's got us in the Berryhard. That's good enough for me. Thanks a lot, Emma. I doubt we would have gotten this far without you. We should start looking for Jusis. Right? Of course, he's probably in there. Alberia Family Mansion. Jesus. Why does that look way more... Oh, yeah, it's because they're one of the 4 great houses. I almost for a second was like, why does his look so much more grandiose than Laura's? But Laura, they're Dude, her dad's a Viscount, but he's not one of the 4 great houses. Okay. Oh, this dick. Dick Alberea, that's what I'm gonna call him.
The Noble Alliance's advantage in this war remains overwhelming as always.
Who are you talking to?
Rufus has achieved much in his position as Chief of Staff as well. But the fact remains, that fool Cayenne is still the one with the most influence and power. Something must be done about this. But what? How?
So that was your line of thinking when you sent those Jaegers to Ymir, was it? You moved to take Princess Alphen into your custody and use her to replace Duke Cayenne as Supreme Commander of the Alliance.
Do you have something you want to say to me, Jusis? You seem very unhappy about the fact I sent him to the hometown of one of your classmates.
Not at all, Father. However, I do believe my brother also expressed disapproval of those actions. I humbly ask that you think twice before interfering with any neutral powers in the future.
And I would suggest you think twice before involving yourself in matters that are of no concern to you. Focus on the work you have been given and leave me to do mine.
I apologize for speaking out of turn.
Damn, Jusis.
I must think
He's
of
fallen in
something
line?
that will allow me to seize his position. I can't allow that pompous halfwit to call himself the Alliance's Supreme Commander for a moment longer. I may need to reconsider how Rufus should be acting in his position as well.
Well, Turner's Jeweler seems to be the story event. Well, let's talk. Let's talk to towns. Let's do shopping. Let's, the usual stuff when you first come to a town. Let's talk shop. Well, let's talk first. It's amazing just how popular that new girl at Alouette's become. The provincial army had their sights on her for some reason. Horrible, isn't it? The fact that a girl like her was being targeted just shows how awful war is. No worries, though. We'll keep her safe. What you got? A pattern? Jesus. Ooh, wait, it has 20% evasion. Oh, but everything else is low. I think I would get one for Fee. 'Cause she's my evasion lady. Let's just give it to her. Move +5. Speed +7 too. Actually, I'll get 2 of these. One for Fee and one for Sharon. Gorgeous gown. Defense +500, arts +30, arts defense +800. That's a lot of art defense. Huh. That's a huge amount of magical defense. We're gonna give this to Emma in there. Emma, you getting that in the jewel boots? Alright, so +15, move +3. Emma, you're gonna get this too. Probably exchange the Sepith masses. Yes, money, money, money. Alright. Anyone else up here? 25 items to be sent to the store. They're all super high quality too, so it's really, really expensive. It's kind of weird that no one pays us right away though. That shouldn't be happening. Just when you thought things couldn't get worse, they hit you with those damn taxes. Plus we gotta deal with the nobles prancing around like everything's all fine and dandy. Is that their job or something? To take our mirror from us and live the good life? Well, we'll see. this boy still here. Got a newcomer helping us out. She's kind of clumsy, but she managed to get the job done well enough. I gotta show her the ropes some more when she gets back. I wonder who he's talking about. Hello, it. Bowler Rat Man. He was busy work being a merchant these days. There's lots of it thanks to the economy, but then there's the taxes. Not to mention the provincial army's been on edge lately. Something about traders being on the loose. Whatever it is, it's making my life a pain. I'm just about to go and deliver some daily necessities to Arx. I have to say it's somewhat impressive just how lively things are here at the moment. It's probably to be expected when Kreutz and provincial army continues to dominate in their battles. Welcome, welcome. Would you care for some of our espresso? It's all the rage. Too bad all the tax hikes suck out any of the profit our big sellers make, but I gotta keep on keeping on. I've got a student working here at the moment too, so I gotta do it for her sake, if nothing else. She's a sweet kid. Shame that the war is stopping her from going back home. Keep that in the back of our minds for later. Onion soup and comforting cappuccino. Where's the student? Is she upstairs? Is she hiding upstairs? She's not here right now. Where are you at, student? Estudiante? Okay. Davos's factory. There's always someone standing right here on this hill. Getting ready to ask for a brief extension of the deadline of a due payment, you see. Cough. Of course, not that there's much to pay, especially for a noble such as myself. Regardless, right now I should focus on clearing up the debt that my daughter's dress caused. Do hope they're kind enough to wait for at least another month. Oh, jeez. I remember that. That girl was always like, oh, make me this amazing dress. Oh, quite the interesting product we have here. Takes some skill to incorporate orbital technology into traditional design this well. Perhaps I'll purchase one for my room. Master Samuel's habit of collecting things proves to be troublesome at times. I don't understand why he does not simply order me to purchase whatever he requires. Insane wartime taxes, violent soldiers, and being treated like a traitor for complaining about either of them. That's life in very hard now for you. The economy might be great, but life here sure isn't. Not that heavy taxes and violent soldiers are anything new around here. Oh yeah, he didn't say shit. Can I go forward, or do I have to wait? I totally can. I totally can. So many people to talk to. My father purchased 2 brand new mines recently. May the noble lights continue to dominate this war. Oh, how exciting it would be to see them finally bring it to a close. Stupid bitch. My brother went to Heimdall with the other noble alliance troops. Here's hoping he can make a name for himself. Oh, yeah, I remember this place. Good grief, traveling to Heimdall to conduct business certainly has become a hassle these days. Though my biggest grievance right now is Caroline's constant bickering with his daughter. He's not the most eloquent man when it comes to expressing himself, you see. I do hope they can work things out soon. Been working on some pancakes to add to our menu recently. Giving them that soft, warm texture is kind of tricky, though. How about you guys give it a shot? Hell yeah! Fluffy pancakes. Nobles have been in high spirits ever since the war broke out. They've been coming in here more than ever before, but on the flip side, we barely get any commoners dining here anymore. Not entirely sure I should be happy about this or not. Not that I'll be able to be truly happy either way until my beloved Abin time back. Can't believe it's over. Let's come back to us soon, Misty. Life's not the same without your lovely voice. Oh, she ain't coming back. Oh. Listening soup. Elegant pillow. Oh, you're Lord Jusis' classmates. Hello, Hammond. It's been a while. Do you happen to know where Jusis is, sir? As his uncle, we figured that you, of all people, would have some sort of clue. Well, I know that he's back in Berryheart and staying at the Albarea mansion. That's as far as my knowledge extends, unfortunately. Maybe worth having a look around the mansion to see if we find anything. Perhaps we should focus on gathering more information for the time being, then. I have to say, the nobility's buying habits have been quite impressive as of late. Almost forget that we're currently subject to wartime taxes if you saw how much they're willing to buy. Indeed, those of us from Heimdall are doing especially well. Granted, I can't help but feel guilt over profiting off of war. Truly are the earnest one earned. Not at all, I'm not but a noble who doesn't know his place. Good day, today's recommendation is the sauteed calf. We can provide a number of vintage wines too, should you wish. You know, I don't think I've ever gone up this stair in the previous one. Maybe I did, don't remember. Aha, there's people. I must have. Oh ho ho, quite. No one is more cultured or refined than Kreutzer nobility. Our lineage is unparalleled. Those of the Lemaire province have been making quite the fools of themselves over Duke Cayenne being the Alliance's leader. You would think they could express their joy in a much more refined manner. I pity the nobility of the Lemaire province. They just don't seem to understand what true class is. Indulging in too much luxury is in fact a crass act within itself. What better an example of that than Duke Cayenne himself? Wahaha! I simply can't believe that my own daughter's become this stubborn. It's all because of that commoner friend of hers, I'd say. To give her a stern scolding when she returns. So, these guys are complaining, these two at this table here, they're trying to make light of the situation that they're second place, basically. Like, oh, making fun of them. But they're just jealous. Good day. Hope you all enjoy your time here. Okay, that's all you had to say. Alright. Okay. Let's talk to this guy. My husband happens to be a soldier in the Provincial Army. He's currently stationed at Twin Dragons Bridge 2, so I imagine he must be taking an active part in the fighting. Can't help but worry for his safety every single day. Wish the Imperial Army would surrender already. It's not as if they stand a chance of winning anyway. Oh, Daddy's such a liar. He promised to be home when he got time off, but he never came back. Maybe he forgot. Maybe I killed him. This guy. Actually, the former we came across in Celtic, Andre, correct? How depressing the people of the city are, and their happiness is obtained through transient means. What's worse, the meaningless fighting has corrupted their minds, and now they refuse to lend an ear to my music. Tell me, friends, is there any way where my love is needed, perchance? You're doing just fine. On my way to offer up my prayers at the cathedral. How can the nobles all be so carefree in these circumstances? Are they not aware that the soul of Saint Veronica is currently lamenting over this war? So talk to all those. I haven't talked to those. These dots over here. It's the same dudes. If you heard about our domination over the Imperial Army, simply splendid. They talked to Big about their military might, but look at them now. Ho ho, commoners can be so amusing. I think some of them genuinely believe they could match our valiant soldats. I did a quest for these guys. Could one expect any less of General Le Guin and Brigadier General Bardius working together with Lord Rufus? Perhaps the bigger question is, who will have the pleasure of crushing the 4th Division once and for all? Duke Albaret is rather intent on taking that glory for himself too, so I simply cannot wait for the outcome. Ho ho! I'm not going to talk to your dog because it's fantastic to hear how well they're doing. Granted, Duke Albaret seems rather frustrated that Duke Cayenne continues to outclass him. I have to question why he feels that way when Lord Rufus has been piling success upon success. And then... That's crazy, you couldn't even... Let's talk to this guy. Have you heard of the Noble Alliance's latest victory? This war should be over relatively soon if they keep this up. The future's looking brighter already. Still not too fond of all the armed soldiers throughout the city, however. I suppose it's unnecessary even with circumstances as they are. What other places here? Esmeralda, Cathedral, Station Street. I'm going to Station Street next. Oh. Potential quest. Oh, Bootsy, where could you have gone? Youngsters wouldn't happen to know where my little Bootsy went, would you? Sorry, what? Forgive me, I'm getting ahead of myself. Bootsy is my kitten. He went missing this morning, so as you imagine, I've been awfully worried about him. You've been searching for him ever since? As much as I wish to help her, I think we should try avoiding doing anything that will make us stand out. What do you think, Green? We could help you search for him if you like. Oh goodness, how kind of you. Only issue is I have no clues whatsoever, I'm afraid. We were in the Noble District at the time, but he disappeared while I was nodding off. I never saw which way he went. If he followed the path out of the district, he would have ended up in the Central Plaza, so we're not entirely sure where to start. Finding him may prove to be rather difficult. Yeah, it's not like we understand how a cat's mind works either. Or do we? Don't you even dare. Well, you seem like you'd have an idea or two. Now you're comparing me a run-of-the-mill cat? Humans. Read about him as well, though, aren't you? With your help, I'm certain we'll be able to find him. Fine. Only thing I can say for sure is the kittens are always moved by their curiosity. He's probably too young to be especially cautious, too. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's left a trail for us to follow. Don't expect me to do all the work here, by the way. Think about what you'd do if you were a kitten. Right, time to let my inner cat out and get started. We'll start a search around here, ma'am, and we'll be sure to tell you right away if we find him. Thank you so much. Missing kitten. Ah. I gotta talk to those guys up there. Have you seen a kitten? Random. Just can't wait to see how long the Emperor armor will entertain us for. Indeed, ideally they'll do their best at making our little bet all the more exciting. Woof woof grrr, woof woof woof. Settle down, Richard. Goodness, been on edge ever since that filthy kitten dared to approach us. Leave him be for now. Perhaps he simply wishes to experience the thrill of the hunt once again. We can't exactly blame him after seeing such an unsightly thing. Bootsy must have come by here at some point. Just how do these two manage to be so annoying? While I can't entirely disagree, gotta say I feel bad for Bootsy. I'm sure he was terrified after being barked at. It's not uncommon for kittens to run off in situations like that, only to end up not being able to find their way home. Curiosity killed the cat and all that. Right. He's barking towards the south, so I'd assume that's where the kitten went. Let's hurry up and find him. Right. Okay. Station Street. Oh man, and then there's a red thing there. Underground waterway, possibly. Wait, is there a way down there? Nope. Father ordered me to return here from Heimdall. It's awfully selfish of him, don't you think? We're both students at St. Estrella, you see, but there's been a lot of protests since the war broke out, so our parents made us come back home. Really now, why must there be so few trains these days? I was beginning to worry that we'd never make it to Berryhard. Surely the Noble Alliance should be able to do something about this. Oh wow, this is a surprise. They said that Berryhard's flourishing more now than ever right now, but I never expected this. Well then, time to make an investment or two and watch the money roll in. Of course, the common rabble could never ever hope to stand against the mighty Noble Alliance. We have General Le Guin and Brigadier General Bardius leading the soldats, and Lord Rufus in charge of tactics. Not to mention the ever so reliable helpers the Alliance has too. Won't be long until we bring this war to an end for good. How delightful it'll be to see that detestable Chancellor's influence stamped out for good. Those radical reformists did not, but sully our beloved Empire's image. This is precisely why those of us with noble lineage are the only ones fit to shape its future. North Grayson Highway. Been in a reading mood lately, so I purchased a book to sate that desire. Yes! Unfortunately, I've had so much work to take care of, I haven't even had a chance to start reading it. I hate for it to just sit there and collect dust, so I'll give it to you folks instead. See, there's people all over the world randomly that says, hey, you know what? I'm not reading this. Why don't you take it? The book will be much happier with you. I'll take it anyways. You're about to miss that out. Oh, aren't you Norton from the Imperial Chronicle? Oh, you're the students from Thor's. Sure you should be out in the open like this? Because I'm pretty sure Class 7 is up there on the Alliance's wanted list. We'll be fine for the time being, at least. Well then, cough. I figured I'd run into you all again at some point. Truth is, I'm working as a war correspondent for the Noble Alliance at the moment. As you can guess, they're making me write articles for their glorious victories and such, so they really do have a hold of the Imperial Chronicle. Well, not completely. Got our pride as journalists, after all. We report what we have to and try to keep things non-committal when we can. And I intend to use this position to find out the truth of what's happening. When I'll be able to report it, I don't know, but one day I will. I hope you'll look forward to that day coming. Of course, Norton. We may walk different paths, but they lead to the same destination. Let's ensure that we succeed. You know, Class 7 can't really say they're being neutral, because they're like, yeah, we're like totes neutral, guys. Group you, state your business. Neither am I dispatch leads to Orc's Fortune, no place for you commoners. Beat it now or I'll have you all thrown in prison. I was gonna randomly talk to guards, because I ain't never scared. I don't want to go in there yet. So looks like we're going to the noble side. I'm not going to any of the red ones yet, because I don't know if we're just gonna turn the thing over. So we're going... Huh. Just gonna straight up walk into these residences. Hey, that Count Richmond has come all the way here from Lemaire. Indeed, he seems to be staying at the Esmeralda. Gonna make a profit off our fabulous economy, no doubt. He stands no chance of besting me, I say. I, after all, have the backing of the Duke. Can make these investments. I can make more investments than he could ever dream of. Soon he shall be as salty as Lamar's ocean. Master Gorty is enjoying a cup of tea at the moment. If you have no appointment scheduled, I'm afraid I have to ask you to leave. Well, I could walk into any house I want, and not anybody can do a damn thing about it. Master Gordy is quite famous for his numerous assets here in Kreutzen. He's been rather pleased with himself for expanding even farther on them over the past months, too. Well, look at that. Ah! Scar is just over there. You're foolish for us to approach it now. Thanks for telling me. Residence number 2. Okay. Full speed ahead. Vroom vroom hee hee. Okay. Quiet down, Cattell. I'm amazed at how these two never change. It doesn't even matter what's happening. Parents decided to leave us here and return to their ruling region for the time being. So they wanted to protect her from getting swept up in the war. I'm proud of them, but it's difficult not to worry. Hope they're safe. Who are you? It's been a month since the master and Milady set off now. Wonder how they're faring. Yet I'm not very confident in my babysitting abilities, but we luckily have a home tutor coming to watch over the children. I do hope they return soon. Why is he running by himself? Duke Albare's mansion. I really don't know where this cat's at. I didn't go into the hotel or the cathedral. Can I just talk to her again? Let's see what happens if I talk to her. Was napping, seemed to follow the path, but I don't see him. What if he's fallen into the waterway somehow? Please find him quickly. Can't go that way. I swear there was another waterway I could go into. Let's go in here. Father's forbidden me from leaving the hotel, and why must he prevent me from enjoying the lively atmosphere outside? This is the dress girl. Even worse is that he was the one that dragged me here while paying his debts off. I deserve some freedom. You were gonna put him in the poorhouse. You're all Lord Jusis' classmates. No, I'm afraid you won't find him here, however. I'm awfully busy filling in for Lord Rufus, you see. He's rarely had the time to do much else. Welcome to the Hotel Esmeralda. While we remain open for business, we will be subject to inspections conducted by the Adventure Army from time to time. Do take this into consideration before choosing to stay. Not gonna stay. Alright, run upstairs. Quick scan of this room. What I got in here? How stupendous. I've gotten ludicrous returns on my investments thanks to this lovely economy. Dealing in furs proving to be a solid choice this year. Perhaps Berry Hard isn't so bad after all. But I do believe the nobility here lack a certain taste for extravagance. Perhaps they could learn a thing or two from Lemaire. Master Fisherman deals in fur and precious metals. He seems to have made quite the profit this year too, which is pleasing to hear. Because you, as an employee, will get some of that profit, correct? Father had to come to Berryard for work again, so I decided to tag along. Admittedly, Heimdall being a rather unpleasant place to be at the moment may have had a hand in that decision. It's hard dealing with the daily protests, to be honest, especially when they have you questioning if we nobles are truly in the right. Well, you're not in the right. You're wrong. Many of Kreutz's nobles have come to Berryard to celebrate the Noble Alliance's victories. Every day is a party out in the streets, essentially. Wonder how things are going elsewhere. It's rare that we hear any news related to Berryard. Should have just went into the places with the red. I seem to have kind of crippled my options. Excuse me, musician man. Okay, a few more people to talk to. Another quest it looks like. Whatever shall we do? My prayers won't even reach St. Veronica's spirit. That seems pretty serious. Excuse me, is something the matter? Did you overhear me just now? Forgive me. Oh boy. Have you seen the statue of St. Veronica in the plaza recently? It's actually been shedding black tears ever since this war broke out. Black tears? Really? I've confirmed it for myself even. It's just as the legend spoke of. St. Veronica's prayers once saved the people from great tragedy. When a crisis befalls the world, she shall cry tears black as night. That's how it went, correct? Certainly never expected to have the opportunity to witness the legend for myself. Word of the statue's tears has especially spread among those of deep faith. We've been holding mass to calm those concerned by this war, but it ended up only making things worse. I can only imagine how frustrating that must be. Unfortunately, if she is truly lamenting over this war, not much can be done until it ends. How do we know if this is the real deal, though? Could be someone pulling our leg. I think it's a bit too hasty to presume that greater forces are at work here. You've got a professional to carry out a thorough check. Well, no, with the war and all, no one's been able to come out. I see. There's something we can do for her? Yeah, we need to avoid attracting too much attention. Remember, although I'm sure it will be fine if we're just confirming whether or not this was the work of someone non-supernatural. Should we offer to help? Yes. Well, if no one else is available, would you be okay with us carrying out a quick investigation? Are you sure? We're no professionals, so we can't make any promises, but we should be able to find out whether or not this really is a prank of some sort, I think. Oh goodness, thank you so much. Clarifying that alone should help everyone relax. You'll find St. Veronica's statue just outside of the cathedral. Thank you once again for offering to help. Not at all. We'll get started at once. There's like 2 hidden quests in this town. What if there's 3? Oh shit, wrong room. Alright. Sister Tatiana once belonged to the upper echelons of society, but she abandoned that life in order to aid those in need. Commoners in particular have been relying on her during this war, understandably so. 2, considering they have far more concerns than us nobles. Her compassion truly is a beautiful thing. Maybe you should be compassionate. Life's been nothing but trouble for us commoners lately. We've got soldiers frequently lurking around our homes for one. And now St. Veronica's statue has begun to shed black tears. I can't believe the legends were actually true. This is a sign of even worse things to come, I'm sure of it. Oh, adios, please protect us. Archbishop Amon is holding masses on a daily basis to help ease the people's fears. You should take the time to attend one too, should you have the chance. Teachings bestowed upon us by Adios are timeless. They serve to guide us even during the harshest of times. Come, let us pray. Ah, Mass, someone get me out of here quick. What's this? Sense of malicious intent towards this holy Mass. Meow. So simply imagining things. Ah. You were imagining things, buddy. Oh shit. Oh wow. These really are black tears. I understand why this would have had some other people feeling uneasy. Your spirit no peace, St. Veronica. You won't want to quit jumping to conclusions, you know. This is a lot less dramatic than what you're all thinking. Celine? Nicer words, there's no spiritual presence here whatsoever. That alone would be enough to assume that greater forces aren't at work here, but there's further evidence in the other black stains scattered around the statue. Yeah, spray paint. You're right. How'd they get there, though? Chances are the statue's made from marble. From reserves, Instructor Makarov taught us that marble gradually melts away when in contact with acidic water. Then might we assume that the fountain water's properties were altered recently? This fountain draws its water from the underground waterway, correct? We may find the source of the issue down there. The entrance is over by the street in front of the station. Let's go check it out. Oh. Okay. Okay. Well, before we do all that, let's go back and kind of open up the world a little. Oh, wait a second. We have a green down here. He's so cute. Wait, I'm still on the clock. I'll never hear the end of it if I get caught in La La Land. Sorry for asking out of nowhere, but did a kitten just come by here? Damn, how'd you know? You were right, though. It came here looking all hungry, so I gave it some milk and leftovers. It's all over me after that. Guess he calmed down after a nice treat. Chances are he'll be trying to get back to Ava now, which means he should be returning to the Noble District. To give it to find his way back, we should probably check just to be sure. Well, now I gotta go back. I don't actually have to try to branch out. I just had to go back here. Check Noble District first. Okay, I guess he's not there. Okay, nope. He's not here. I have to go into each one of the houses. Did he just wander into somebody's house? Let's find out. Nope. Maybe he went into the house with the kiddos. Negative. Okay. I might actually have to go into one of the buildings. Double quick check. Green, green, no green. Ah, the Santa Estrella girls. That kitten was the most adorable thing I've ever laid eyes on. I don't think anyone could ignore that innocent little expression it had. You're there for Santa Estrella. They might know where the kitten went. Let's ask them. Indeed. Sorry to intrude, but we happen to overhear a conversation just now. Could you tell us more where that kitten went? We've actually searching for him on behalf of his owner. Oh, is that so? I was here a moment ago until he got frightened away by a passing car. He ran off north after that. He was so cute too. Oh dear, he might have wandered on the highway if he went that way. We should hurry, otherwise we could come under attack by monsters. Talk about a pain. The highway's dangerous for us too, but we can't abandon him. Let's go. Alright. So I didn't talk to... Finally returned to Barryard, but he's been so busy we've only been able to see him once. He told us not to worry, but he didn't seem like his usual self. Hopefully, I'm just overthinking things. What? Jeez, the cat went all the way up there. Alright. Bunch of new monsters. Which I don't have time for. I'll come back and train on you guys later. Yeah. Rectified. You're the cat. He's probably getting attacked. That is a cute kitten. We finally found him. Must have been too scared to cross the bridge. Quite fortunate us, or the French army unit stationed past here would have made catching him impossible. Thank the goddess for small favors. Let's take him back to Eva. Get a move on, small fry. Yeah. Can't wait to see the look on Eva's face. Oh, Bootsy, I'm so glad you're safe. Meow. That was a doozy. He moves fast for having such tiny legs. Still have to question why he would run when you two seem to be so close. Oh, I asked him about that actually. He said some scary looking vehicle took him by surprise. I'll bet if any vehicle could scare the little guy, it'd be one of the provincial armies. Is that so? I never even realized. It's not gonna fly, I'm afraid. You really need to pay more attention. You haven't even put a collar with a bell on him yet either. It's like you don't even realize that. Oops. Meow? Well, how to explain this, Celine? Oh, don't give me that. I got caught up in the moment. Oh my. It's feeling senile already. I could have sworn your cat was talking just then. Silly me. Well, let's be more careful from now on, Bootsy. Meow. That was way too close. Please take this token of my thanks. Okay. You sure you want to give us something so expensive looking? Bootsy is my only family at this point. He's much more important than any trinket. Hope you'll come visit us again someday. By then, maybe Berry Hard will be back to its former self. When that happens, we'll be sure to take you up on that offer. Missing kitten completed. Alright. I think there was a way. No? I thought there was a way to get down in the water. Maybe that lady was just blocking the path. Let's check. Is it clear? No, it's gotta be on the other side. Has to be. Okay, you go down this way. Take a, yeah, it has to be. It's not quite there. I see it. Golden opportunity. Wait. Yep, found it. Found it. This brings back memories when we snuck here through to rescue Sam. I also remember you unlocking the door for us, Emma. That I did. Allow me to do so again. A Perio. Okay. Pause for a moment. I've been recently rewatching the entire Harry Potter series with the wife, and I'm getting Harry Potter vibes from Emma. That's what it is. That was easy enough. Technically shouldn't be showing it off in front of others, but what can you do? Regardless, we should go in. You should be talking in front of others, Celine. Yeah, just remember that it can get pretty dangerous in here. Oh, Jesus. Okay. It's going to be a little bit of a lengthier episode. See a few monsters here and there, but things seem relatively fine. Yeah, it's as pretty as ever, really. Wait, what's that smell? I smell it too. It's faint but pungent. Perhaps there is something down here. We should remain on guard then. Time to find out what's waiting for us. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. Ah. Yeah, get wrecked. Running. Okay, let's go. God,
We got this.
lag through. Triple advantage.
With pleasure.
Let's craft away. Shadow Stitch.
This won't take long. Shadow Stitch.
Here I go.
Caused one to vanish.
Okay, it's safe for now.
Okay. Now that I... Jeez. Oh man, look at me. All of a sudden it feels like she's like AoEing everything.
Oh my. What a lovely chest.
Green pendulum. And the gate is open. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Oh. And a green, okay. Yeah, give me a Sepis. Any other? No. What if it's just a giant one of these at the end? Very well likely. Okay. Oh. It is. Wow. What's this doing under the city? It's surrounded by acidic gases too. There's no doubt that this monster is the cause. Something's odd though. I don't know why, but the higher elements are in effect around it. Be extra careful, everyone. We'll have to exterminate it now that we found it. Get ready, everyone. We're going in right.
Watch out! This is a tough one!
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Let's move!
Well, we're just gonna... Shit, I used his first, huh?
Gather on my blade!
Maybe in Walt's next.
Strike!
Oh, wow. Boss man has a lot of L's. Is it hitting both? Good.
Behold the might of the XSEED school! Radiant Wolf!
May I?
Let's give everybody some CP back. Except for you, Sharon.
How would you all like some tea?
Spot of tea.
It will only take a moment to cool.
Thanks!
You have my thanks.
Right.
And then you can heavenly gift them.
Rain upon us.
Too slow! Now!
Time to strike. May I? Outcast.
Yeah.
Got you! Too slow!
Nice.
Now!
Time to strike.
Very nice.
My turn! Sit! Now!
Very
Time
good.
to strike.
Might have to get that burst finish.
Right.
When does Laura get a turn? Did she just get skipped? Oh, because her speed went down. Huh. Cast it on yourself.
Activate. With pleasure.
Shadow
This won't take
Stitch.
long. Shadow Stitch. Now.
Got you!
Onward!
Alright. True armor break.
Shatter! Now's our chance!
First hit.
Our time is now!
Let's go, guys.
Leave it to me.
It's not gonna be a kill. Gonna be damn close though.
My turn!
Yeah.
Now!
Time to strike.
Got a lot of L's.
Right.
Strength's down.
Fire. With pleasure. Now.
Smash.
Got you! My turn!
True autumn leaf cutter.
There! Ha! Now's our chance!
Time to strike. I can do this. May I?
My turn! Sit! Now's our chance!
Time to strike. Very well. Outcast.
Got you!
No problem. Fire.
Maybe get Laura's speed up. She is so
An
slow.
opening!
Here I go!
Should be the end of it here.
Now!
Time to strike. Are you hurt, Master Rean?
No, I'm fine, thanks.
Fine, yeah. We get a super lengthy one here, guys. And it was all just side quests. Totally did not think this was gonna happen when I got to town. Huff Few looks like we pulled through relatively unscathed. Case solved, I guess. The statue shouldn't shed any tears now the water's back to normal. Indeed. Found myself perplexed by that monster's strength, however. Far outclassed your standard one. Not to mention the fact that the higher elements were in effect. Maybe the loss of balance here in a boner caused it to transform somehow. That's the same reason those cryptids started appearing too. Wait a minute. Must be thinking the same thing. If that's the case, then the legends behind St. Veronica's tears can't be entirely false. Yeah, that's kind of spooky. At least we figured out what's going on, though. Quite. Case must be solved. But the mystery still remains. Perhaps it's for the best we leave it that way. Okay, guys, let's report back. So this was all caused by a monster? Its presence was having adverse effects on the fountain's water, which in turn was causing the statue to melt. We made sure to eradicate, however, so there's no need for concern. Thank you so much. I'm so glad I asked for your assistance. It should help to ease everyone's worries, too. With the statue back to normal, I can finally devote myself to my work again. However, I find it hard to believe that this was all mere coincidence. I have to do everything I can to ensure that St. Veronica has no more reason for tears. That's reassuring. It may not be much, but please take this. It's the least I can do for you all. Holy Sphere. May adios be with you all. And those of you that may be new to the series, I know it's pronounced adios, but since the beginning of my playthrough of part 1, I've been calling it adios because adios, amigos. Anyways, I think we're gonna call this an episode. I've talked to everybody except for the areas that, you know, had red exclamation points, because I didn't know if that was gonna like skip things forward. I know it gives you a warning, but I kind of wanted to save that until I've talked to everybody, and I seem to have gotten all the side quests unless more quests appear. But in the next episode, we continue the hunt for Jusis here in his hometown. I mean, we know where he's at, but we continue to find out when we get to meet up with our boy Jusis. Anyways, I'm Kelthar of the Heroes and Legends. Thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It really helps out the channel. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.